Good evening, my friends, and welcome to a brand new episode of Terror Radio Podcast. If this is your first time joining me, then welcome. This is a podcast dedicated in bringing you the best of horror and thriller, old-time radio broadcasts, as well as original stories. I'm your host, Keith, aka the Radio Show Nerd. And tonight's episode is entitled Dead of Night. So, without further ado, this is Terror Radio. The two radio series highlighted tonight are Beyond Midnight and the BBC series Just Before Midnight. Our first radio play is called 56 G's, and it was first broadcasted on Beyond Midnight, February 20th, 1970. Following that are three short stories from Just Before Midnight. Our first being TikTok, which was first broadcasted on November 24th, 1978. After that, The Invader, which was first broadcasted on April 14th, 1964. And we conclude with Cobweb Kiss, which was first broadcasted on December 23rd, 1978. Now, you all know the drill. Sit back, turn down the lights, and listen to Beyond Midnight, followed by Just Before Midnight.
The fly-speckled lettering on the window read,
"The Bright Spot Restaurant." Great.
There was a counter joint with a single row of hard-backed booths lining one wall. Half a dozen customers squatted on stools at the end of the counter near the door. He walked past them, slid into a stool at the far end. There he sat, staring at the three waitresses. None of them looked right to him, but he had to take a chance. He waited until one of the women approached him.
Yours, mister?
Something cool. Say, does a Mrs. Helen Krauss work here?
I'm Helen Krauss.
She didn't look right to him either. But the lady said she was Helen, and he guessed she ought to know. But she didn't look right. He looked her over. He had no time for women. Women try and make a monkey out of a man, all women. Women have to be treated rough. There's no other way to treat women. No woman, though, would ever make a monkey out of him. Not Rusty Connors. She went to get him something cool, and he sat and worked things out.
What kind of a switch is this? Mike said she was tall, cool, blonde, and stacked. This one's tall, but boy, that's about it. But it still could be okay. With what I got in mind at the end, it doesn't matter what she looks like. Helen Krauss, huh?
Beyond Midnight.
There you are. Try that.
What is it?
Kind of drink. Not liquor. We don't serve liquor. It's cool.
Yeah? I'm looking for a Helen Krauss who used to live over in Norton Center. She was married to a man named Mike.
That's me. So what's all this about?
I got a message from your husband.
Mike? He's dead.
I know. I was with him when he died. Or just before, anyway. I'm Rusty Connors. We was cellmates for 2 years.
It's a message.
I can't talk here. What time you get off?
7:30.
Good. I'll meet you outside.
I'll make it down the corner, across the street, to the park.
Okay.
And he went without looking back. Her hair was a dull, mousy brown. She tipped the scales at 170 at least. She wore glasses, too. Mike must have been mad. He had said she looked like the dame who played the dumb blonde on TV. And when it came to loving... Still, Rusty Connors had other things in mind, and anyway, what was a woman? The world was rotten with them, and not one of them would ever make a monkey out of him. Connors just hoped that Mike had been telling the truth about the other thing. He hoped Mike had been telling the truth about hiding away the $56,000.
Yeah, stays light longer these days. Guess summer's really coming at last. So, what's all this about? What message did Mike say to give?
Smoke?
No, thanks, I don't smoke. So what...
He told me a lot about you, Helen.
He wrote a lot about you, too. Said you were the best friend he ever had.
I'd like to think so. Mike was a great guy in my book. Both of us got a bad break, I guess. I was just a kid who didn't know the score. The boss handed me the suitcase full of dough and said to get out the back way. Next thing I knew, there was this copper coming at me. I hit him with a case. So the copper ends up with a fractured skull and dies.
He had a tough deal.
So did he, Helen. An honest John like him up and knocking off his best friend in a payroll stick-up. And all alone, too. And then getting rid of the body so they'd never find it. They never did find Pete Taylor, did they?
I don't want to talk about it, please.
I know how you feel.
And he took her hand. It was plump and sweaty.
It was just circumstantial evidence that pinned it on him, wasn't it?
And he went up for 10 years.
And did too, and died. But he never told how he got rid of the body. And he never told where he put the dough.
That's right. Guess they beat him up something awful. He wouldn't tell him a thing.
He ever tell you?
What do you think? I've been working for 2 years in that lousy hash joint. Does that sound like he told me anything?
What would you do if you found the money, Helen? Would you turn it over to the cops?
What for? To say thank you for putting Mike away and killing him? He paid for that money with his life. I'm his widow. Belongs to me. It's mine.
Ours, Helen.
He told you where he hid it? Is that it?
Just a little. I heard enough to give me a pretty good hunch. I figured if I came here, talked to you, we could put things together, find the dough. 56 G's, he said. Even if we split it, that's still a lot of money.
What are you cutting me in for if you know where it is?
Because like I told you, he didn't say enough. We'd have to figure out what it means and then do some hunting. I'm a stranger around here. People might get suspicious if they saw me snooping. But if we worked together, maybe there wouldn't be any need to snoop. We could go right in.
Business deal, is that it?
Not all business, Helen. Maybe I'm screwy, but... Well, maybe you don't know what 2 years inside is like. To a man like me. Without a woman to sometimes talk soft to.
I know what 2 years for me, too.
Like I need someplace to go that's quiet and restful.
I got a place that's quiet, Rusty. And restful.
So far, so good. Things are working out. It was a good idea getting buddy-buddy with that little jerk Mike. The louse wouldn't say where he'd stashed the loot, though. It wasn't until he took sick I could handle him without
Darling, you awake?
Yeah,
Feel like talking now?
sure.
I thought maybe we'd better make plans.
Yeah, you're right, baby. Well, let's start at the beginning, with what Mike told me before he died. He said they'd never find the money because Pete still had it.
Is that all?
What more do you want? It's plain. The doze with Pete Taylor's body.
For 2 years, all the cops in the county haven't been able to find the body. Thought you had something. It was wrong. Should have known.
All we have to do is figure out where to look.
Sure. Real easy.
Think back now. Where'd the cops look?
They searched our place, of course. No dice.
Where else?
Well, sheriff's men combed the woods, even dragged the lake. Taylor was a bachelor. He had a shack in town and went on the lake, too. Ripped them both apart. Even drained the quarry, dug up ditches, everything.
Pete Taylor and your husband were pals, right?
Yeah, they got along great together.
Well, what do they do? They drink? Play cards? What?
Mostly they hunted. Fished. Like I say, Pete had this shack on the lake, 3 miles out of Norton Center. I tell you, they dug up everything around there, floor boards, everything.
What about sheds, boathouses?
Well, there was nothing else on the property. When they went fishing, they borrowed a boat from the neighbors. Don't think I haven't tried to figure it out.
For $56,000, there's got to be an answer. What happened when Taylor was killed? Maybe there's something you forgot about.
I don't know. Mike just found himself in the car with Pete and the money, and he just decided to do it.
Well, they said it was planned. They said he knew it was payroll day, and Pete always went to get the cash in his car. Mike must have been waiting in the parking lot behind. They reckon Mike stole Pete's keys so he couldn't get started. Then when the guard had left, they said Mike walked over and just discovered Pete there.
Yeah, something like that.
He came home to you, what'd he say?
Oh, nothing much. Squad car pulled up 2 minutes after he got in.
So he did it and hid the body and the money in between going out and coming back to you. He put up any struggle?
He never said a word. Just took him away. It was a big fuss because his gun was missing. They never found it. They didn't believe him when he said he lost it months before.
Did you believe him?
Well, I don't know.
Anything else?
Well, he had a cut in his hand. It was bleeding a little when he came in. I noticed it. And he said something about rats. He was halfway up the stairs. I didn't hear too good. Later in court, he said he'd caught his hand on the window glass, and that's why there was blood in the car. But they analyzed the blood, and it wasn't his. Checked with Pete Taylor's blood type record.
But when he got home, he told you a rat bit him.
No, he just said something about rats. I couldn't quite make out what. In court, a doctor testified he'd gone upstairs and cut his hand with a razor. They found the razor. There was blood in it.
Wait a minute. It's beginning to add up. A rat did bite him. Maybe when he was getting rid of the body. But if anybody knew, they'd look for a place where there was rats. So he covered up by opening up the wound with his razor. Yeah.
Well, maybe, but where does that leave us? We're not going in every place with the rats in Norton Center.
I hope not. I hate the blame things. Give me the creeps. Used to see them in the service hanging around the docks. Great big fat things. Just a minute. You say when Pete and Mike went fishing, they borrowed a boat from the neighbors. Where'd the neighbors keep their boat?
Well, they had a boathouse.
The cops searched there? Did they?
I don't know. I guess so.
Maybe it didn't look good enough. Were the neighbors on the property that day?
No.
You sure?
Sure enough, they're dead. They were a city couple from Chicago, name of Thomason. 2 weeks before the payroll robbery, they got themselves killed in an auto accident on the way home.
Sure is a healthy place. Everybody dies. So nobody was around at all, and Mike knew it.
Do you think that...
Who's living in the neighbor's place right now?
Well, no one, the last I heard. You see, they didn't have any kids, and the real estate man couldn't sell it. Pete Taylor's place vacant, too. Same reason.
It adds up. It adds up. If I'm right, it adds up to $56,000.
Oh, darling.
When can we go?
Tomorrow, if you like. It's my day off. We could use my car. Oh, darling, I'm so excited. Oh.
And Mike's Helen leaned all over him and kissed him, and he had to pretend to like it. He had to pretend to like it for 56,000 reasons.
What are you thinking about, darling?
He opened his mouth, and the truth popped out.
All that dough. 28 G's apiece.
Does it have to be a piece, darling?
Plus, you want it that way.
And he smiled cruelly, but she couldn't see because it was dark, and her mouth nibbled at his ear, and he felt slightly sick. But of course, she couldn't know that either. 56,000. His mind went back to the money. It would all be his after they'd found it. All he had to do was to rub her out. It was a good job it was dark. She couldn't read what was in his eyes. No woman would ever make a monkey out of Rusty Connors. He spent the morning and afternoon with her in her room, because he had to. There was no sense in letting them be seen in the town together. By the time twilight came, he would have killed her anyway, just to be rid of her. She was so hungry. Anyway, when the light went a little, he didn't have to face act anymore. The important thing was to find that black metal box. After a while, Connors went downstairs and walked around the block a couple of times. Later, she picked him up in her car, and they went to the neighbor's place. They parked the car behind Pete Taylor's shack.
Here, flashlight. Suppose you want to go straight down to Thompson's place, huh?
Yeah, I guess so. Ain't no use looking around here. You say the cops took Taylor's place pretty thoroughly apart.
They sure did. Down this way, to the left. Be careful, the path's slippery.
It was treacherous going in the darkness. Rusty followed her, wondering if now was the time. He could pick up a rock, and he decided he'd better wait. First see if the money was there, and see if there was a good place to leave her body. Connors contemplated murder like some men contemplate the baseball results. There had to be a good place. Mike had found one. They found the boathouse. It was padlocked. He picked up a rock.
Stand back.
Inside, they needed the flashlight. They saw the glow of 100 little cigar butts winking at them like eyes. He realized they were eyes.
Rats. Looks like our hunch was right.
Helen moved behind him. She wasn't afraid. He was. He didn't like rats. In places, the concrete floor was just rubble. Connors flashed the light around and back again.
It's no use. It couldn't be this easy.
There's still a house. Wait a minute.
What?
Wait a minute. Notice anything?
Hmm?
The roof.
What?
The roof. It's higher than the ceiling.
So what?
There could be a space up there.
Yeah,
Space
but...
up there. And, you think?
You reckon?
Could be.
Well,
Come on.
Where are you going?
Up a house. We need a ladder.
And he went to the house for a ladder. And he didn't have to break in either. He found a ladder. And all the time he was looking for it and carrying it back to the boathouse, he thought of the money.
And now we'll see. This is what I've been waiting for so long.
Me too. You'll never know, Rusty. Oh, I hope. Oh, go on, climb up.
Wait, just wait a minute.
Sorry, darling. I just want us to find it and get away from this place and begin living.
Yeah, begin living. Sweating all those lousy years inside. Wondering what I was going to do when I got out. Well, for the last part of it,
He imagined he heard tiny scutterings and scrapings from up above. He thought of Mike and the bleeding hand. He thought of the eyes like cigar butts. He'd always hated rats. Still, he didn't mount the ladder.
What's the matter? Huh?
Nothing was the matter. Why should anything be the matter?
Why didn't you go up? It's got to be up there.
I know
Nowhere
that.
else.
I know it.
Well?
Look, will you lay off a minute?
It's just that by the time it's light...
Okay, I know.
You shouldn't be seen around here when it's not dark anymore.
You think I don't know that?
You want me to go up there? I said
I heard
you
what
want...
you said. No, I'll go up. Just...
You scared or something?
Scared? You must be nuts.
Huh?
Yeah,
It seemed pretty solid. There was a layer of tar paper.
keep that flashlight steady, huh? Hey, what are you doing?
Sorry, I just...
Huh? What are you doing?
Yeah. There's a crowbar here. I found a crowbar. Do you want it?
Yeah,
Could you use a crowbar?
wait, I'll come down and get it. Yeah. I can use a crowbar. For two things.
Here.
Okay.
What's there? Is there a space between...
Yeah, I guess so. A lot of paper.
Paper?
Tar paper, stuck over. I guess that was put there after...
Yeah, well, go up. Go see.
Okay. Just hang on, Helen.
I've been hanging on. For 2 years I've been hanging on.
No, you won't have to hang on much longer, baby. Not much. No. Look.
Huh? What'd you say you found?
I said not much longer, Helen. I need the flashlight, Helen.
Here. Shine it so I can get down, will you?
Sure.
Connors searched, cramped as he was in the space between the roof and the ceiling. He was scared of the rats and of not finding anything. But he needn't have worried. He didn't have to look for long. The flashlight picked out the tin box, and then the flashlight moved a bit behind the box and... The flashlight picked out the thing. Rusty knew it was Pete Taylor because it had to be, but there was no way of identifying it. The rats, a skeleton, and a black metal box. The bills were in stacks. He smelled the money, kissed it. It smelled good. It smelled of perfume and tenderloin steak and the leathery seat cover aroma of a shiny new car.
What have you found? You found anything?
Yeah, it's here. I've got it. Hold the ladder. I'm coming down.
He handed her the crowbar and the flashlight, but he kept his fingers on the black metal box. He wanted to hold that himself. It was going to be easy. He'd figured it all out in advance. Everything, that is, except the part about handing her the crowbar. That's what she used to hit him with. He must have been out for 10 minutes at least. It was long enough for her to find the rope from somewhere anyway. Perhaps she kept it in the car. Wherever she got it from, she knew how to use it. He opened his mouth, but... When he looked up and blinked at Helen Krause, he saw that she wasn't wearing her glasses.
I don't need them anymore now. I never did. It was all part of the act, like letting my hair go black and putting on all this weight. For 2 years now, I've put on this dumb slob routine, just so nobody would notice me. When I leave town, nobody's going to pay any attention either. Sometimes it's smart to play dumb, you know? Oh, yeah, I know. Too bad. I suppose you're finally beginning to figure it out. Mike never meant to pull off any payroll job. Pete and me, we've been cheating on him for 6 months. That day he just went downtown to kill Pete. Never even thought about the money. Perhaps he was planning on killing me, too. I wouldn't know. I never got the chance to ask where he'd taken Pete or what he'd done with the money. The first thing I did when Mike came home and said what he'd done was to cover up for myself. I swore it was all a pack of lies, that Pete and me hadn't done anything wrong. I said we'd take the money, Mike and me, and go away and start all over again. I was selling him on this when the cops came. He couldn't write to me from prison because they censor all the mail, so my only out was to wait until he came out or somebody else came. And that's how it worked out. Why did I conk you on? For the same reason you were going to conk me. Don't try and deny it. I know creeps like you from way back. And now I'm leaving here. Leaving the dumb waitress prison. I'm going to shed 40 pounds and bleach my hair again. And I'm going to look good again. Oh, incidentally, Mike taught me all about knots. You'll never get free. They'll never find you, just like they'll never find me. I'll put the lock back on that door when I go. There's nothing to tie the two of us together. It's clean as a whistle.
And Helen Krause took the money and left. And she locked the boathouse door behind her. All that remained of her was a pair of shattered spectacles. Connors lay gagged and bound. And after a while, the rats came back.
Beyond Midnight is presented every Friday night at 9:30 by Biotex, the new soak and pre-wash powder. The program is adapted for broadcasting and produced by Michael McCabe.
Cats. Oh, it's no use. Louise? Louise?
I'm coming.
What is it, Mother? Are you all right?
Yes, yes. Did you think I'd had another stroke? I just can't get to sleep.
Oh.
And I can't reach my pills.
You shouldn't have any more. No more than 2, Dr. Wainwright said. I'll make you a nice hot drink instead.
I don't want a hot drink.
Let me tidy the bedclothes, then. Make you comfier.
Sweet Louise. Always so patient.
Let's move you up a bit, shall we?
Did I wake you?
No. I was reading.
I wouldn't have rung, only somehow at this hour everything seems so bleak.
I know.
Never mind, 5 days and you'll be rid of me.
That's no way to talk.
Gadding off with your school chum, what's her name?
Cynthia Bowers.
No tiresome old mother to think about.
Of course I'll think of you.
Do you realize it's the first time you've been away without me for, let's see...
10 years.
Since Daddy died.
It's only for a week, Mother. Just a week.
I'll still miss my little girl.
Hardly a little girl.
As far as I'm concerned, you'll always be my little girl.
I'm sure you'll have a marvelous time with Philip and Janet. Now, for the pillows. You're always saying you don't see enough of Philip.
I know how busy he is, but then he's a very important person these days. Then he and Janet are always entertaining clients and so on. No time for me. But that's what you expect with a son, isn't it? Your son's your son till he gains a wife.
But your daughter's your daughter all your life.
A letter came for us, by the way. I'd forgotten.
A letter?
From Philip and Janet. Mrs. Hoskins met the postman on her way in yesterday. She put it on the shelf.
Oh, it'll be the arrangements for Friday. Let's tuck these blankets in.
Do you think Janet will be collecting me in the new car?
I dare say.
Fancy Philip with a rose. Remember how keen he was on cars as a boy? We used to give him those miniature ones.
I remember.
You don't think she'll come in the Mini, do you?
If there's any problems, we'll sort them out tomorrow.
Can't we read the letter now?
It's 2:00, Mother.
To set Mummy's mind at rest.
All right.
It's on the shelf. Which train are you catching on Friday?
There's one after lunch. Shall I read it?
Please.
My dear Mother and Louise, we've tried to ring you several times without success.
That must have been when Mrs. Hoskins left the phone off the hook.
The fact is, something important has cropped up on the work front which will prevent us being able to have Mother here after all.
No.
I realize this will probably throw your plans a bit, but I'm afraid it's unavoidable. He goes on to explain that he and Janet have to go to this conference in Amsterdam, and to say that he hopes you'll be able to go there some other time.
Oh, well, can't be helped. The penalty of having a successful son. And you'll be able to put your friend off in good time, won't you? You know, in a way, I'm quite relieved. I wasn't looking forward to all that upheaval. And Janet is such a hard girl. Not like my sweet Louise. I've been lucky with my daughter.
Lucky? You call it luck?
What else?
That wasn't luck, Mother.
What?
You created me. You and Father. Just as you made Philip what he is.
I don't know what you mean.
Public school, university trips abroad. He had the lot, didn't he?
We gave him every chance we could, naturally.
What was so natural about it?
Well,
go on. Tell me. I'd be interested to know.
He was our only son.
Not your only child.
We couldn't afford private education for you both.
I was the elder.
He was the boy.
And that gave him some divine right?
What's the matter with you?
He had half the intelligence I had.
He was a late developer.
You wouldn't have had to pay crammers to get me into a decent school.
He did well once he got there. He had the personality, the drive and ambition.
You mean you had?
Louise!
I can hear you now, goading him on. Try harder, Philip. Try harder. Daddy'll buy you a bicycle.
A child needs incentive.
I didn't. But competitiveness in him was something to be encouraged. Healthy aggression, you called it. With me, it was something to be subdued as unfeminine.
So it is. I hate aggressive females.
You did a good job on me altogether, didn't you? Instilled all those admirable female virtues. Gentleness, patience, sweetness.
There's nothing wrong with those.
Taught me cookery, sewing, acceptance.
You talk as though we held you back. You had your work at the library.
Part-time librarian. Hardly stretching. Not for someone who wanted to be a barrister.
Oh, you never told us that.
Oh, yes, I did. You don't even remember, do you? I was 12 at the time. There was still a small spark alight in me. You came in to say good night, and I plucked up courage to tell you. Do you know what you did? You laughed.
Barrister's a man's job.
That's what you said then.
And I still think so. You always seem to enjoy your work at the library.
I enjoyed getting out. But it was hardly a career, was it? Not like Philip's job.
I never realized how much you resented your brother.
It's not him I resent, but your attitude to him. Take now. He's let us down like this, casually, without any thought of what it might mean to us.
So that's it.
And you calmly accept it because it's him. Just as you automatically assume that sweet Louise will cancel her holiday. Never mind the fact that I needed that break as I've never needed anything before.
Naughty Mummy. She didn't realize. Is my little girl very tired?
Tired?
Of course she is.
You don't know how tired.
Then, of course, she shall still go away. Mummy will see to that. I'll ask Dr. Wainwright to put me in one of those places.
And you'll cry off, like you did before.
Oh, I'm sure I could survive it for a week if it meant you having a rest.
And I'd feel so guilty my holiday would become a penance.
This isn't my Louise talking.
Isn't it?
No. But Mummy understands. You're at a difficult age.
I guess that'd be coming.
I don't know what's got into you tonight.
Nothing that wasn't there all the time. Buried years back, along with all my hopes and ambitions.
You've been drinking, I suppose. I know you do sometimes, on the quiet, up in your room. I've smelt it on your breath.
And what if I have? Is it surprising if I drink? Christ! What else is there to do? Oh, no. Not that. Not the crocodile tears.
Why are you being so unkind?
Stop it, Mother.
Anything I did in the past, I only did it for the best.
Best for whom? For Philip? For yourself? Never for me. You've really got it to a fine art, haven't you? Even now you manage to cry prettily.
Don't, please. Please, I've got one of my headaches.
That act now.
I promise. I don't feel at all well.
Nor do I. I feel sick to the stomach. When I think of what I've become, my life just ticking away like that bloody clock there. The most terrifying thing is that I could go on like this indefinitely. Imagine 10, 15 years of this.
Don't look at me like that, Louise.
Like what, Mother?
I know what you're thinking.
Do you?
If I was out of the way, you'd be free.
It's the only way I can be, isn't it?
You'll be rid of me soon. I could have another stroke at any time.
Dr. Wainwright said it was unlikely. And even if you did, there's no guarantee it would kill you. No. There's only one answer, isn't there?
You don't know what you're saying.
The only way.
Don't be ridiculous, Louise.
Sweet Louise, turn sour.
Pull yourself together. You know you wouldn't hurt me. I'm your mother.
Wouldn't I?
All right, then. You think I want to go on like this? A helpless invalid.
Oh, you were never helpless.
You could easily give me an overdose of those pills. Dr. Wainwright would think I'd taken them myself.
Yes. No one would ever suspect such a doting daughter. But pills are too risky.
There are other ways?
Oh, yes, plenty. They're either messy or unreliable. There's only one method I can think of that's foolproof.
What's that?
I could suffocate you, couldn't I? With this pillow.
Ah!
Smother you. Like you smothered me all my life.
Go on, then. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for, Louise? Kill me. Of course you can't.
Oh, God! Mommy.
There. It's all right. I've got you. I've got you. That's Mummy's girl.
In Tick-Tock by Jill Hyam, Grace was played by Betty Hardy and Louise by Brenda Kay. The play was directed by Kay Patrick. From London, we present the story of a song with a difference. The Invader by Philip Levine.
Oh, God, I needed that. Forgive me, I must catch my breath. That's better. I've just killed a man. Yes, you heard right, killed a man. I didn't want to do it, I had to. Tell me, have you ever been followed? Had someone living perpetually in your shadow? What if someone invaded your mind? Never a single thought your own. I'm not a violent man. I'm creative, sensitive. My name's Stanway, Edmund Stanway. Huh? Rings a bell, does it? Music, I write music. Reviews, films, quite a few songs, too. I love my work. Music's everything to me. Pays well, too. Or did, till about a month ago. I happened to switch on the radio. As I stood there listening, I couldn't believe my ears. That tune, I'd written it about a fortnight previous. The manuscript was still lying on my piano. I hadn't done the final arrangement. No one had seen it or heard it, not even my publisher. Yet it was the same, note for note.
Well, I expect you recognize that tune. The new song by Paul Shelley, Spanish Starlight. Delightful, I think you'll all agree. And now, a selection from the new musical...
Paul Shelley? Never heard of him. Well, it seemed we both hit on the same melody. Well, there was only one place for the manuscript. It didn't worry me unduly. I was already working on something else. A number for the San Remo Song Festival. If my publisher liked it, then he'd find a lyric writer. Yes, it was coming along fine. So I thought I'd drop by and play it over to him.
Stanway, hello. Come on in.
Oh, how are you, Mr. Hanley?
Oh, fine. Piano's all yours.
I haven't done the final arrangement. It's just the theme.
Okay, let's hear it. Hold it a second, would you?
Don't you like it?
Well, Stanway, to be honest, I've got something almost identical. It came in only this morning on tape. I've got it here. Listen. Tune's the same, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, these things happen. I'm sorry, Stanway, but I've already agreed on terms, and the lyrics being written. Paul Shelley.
Shelley?
You know, Spanish Starlight, a big hit. Well, not to worry, Stanway. After all, how many notes are there in a scale?
Well, as Hanley said, how many notes are there in a scale? Just one of those odd coincidences. At least that's what I thought until... About a week ago, I completed a couple more pieces. So I dropped by to see Hanley again. He'd someone with him, so I had to wait. Suddenly I heard the piano from Hanley's office. But the music was identical to the manuscript I had in my hand. As I followed it note by note, I thought I was going to pass out.
You feeling all right, Mr. Stanway? You're looking awfully pale.
I have a bit of a headache, that's all.
A nice tune, isn't it? The one he's playing, Paul Shelley.
Paul Shelley, did you say?
Well, it's only his pen name. Oh, excuse me. Yes, Mr. Hanley, I'll bring the contract in right away. Pardon me, Mr. Stanway.
As Millie went into the office, I caught a brief glimpse of a man by the piano. He was tall and fair and couldn't have been more than 30. If Shelley was only a pen name, I wondered what his real name was. I was alone, so I looked through the file on Millie's desk. There was no other name on the card, just a telephone number. Quickly, I made a note of it, then I left the office. There was little point in seeing Hanley now. I spent the next few hours trying to find some explanation. Finally, I picked up the telephone and dialed the number I'd taken from Hanley's file.
Hello? 5472? Hello?
Suddenly, I panicked. There was no point in asking for Shelley. What could I say to him? I could hardly accuse him of stealing my music. I put down the phone, but a few minutes later, it rang. Hello?
Mr. Stanway.
Who is that?
Don't you know?
No, I'm sorry, I don't.
Oh, I thought you were trying to reach me. Didn't you dial my number just now? Longacre 5472.
What? No.
Oh, come along, Mr. Stanway. I know it was you. Very rude just to hang up, you know. But if you'd like to chat, I'm in the penthouse flat, Regal Court West, off Holborn. Do drop in, won't you, Mr. Stanway?
But, hello? Hello? How could he know that I'd tried to ring him? Quickly, I took a taxi to Regal Court. It was a high block, and the lift carried me to the penthouse. But before I could press the bell, the door opened.
Ah, Mr. Stanway. Come in, won't you?
Thank you.
Couldn't make up your mind, could you?
I beg your pardon?
Whether to come or not. But I'm quite sure you'd like a drink. Now, yours is a... No, don't tell me. Whiskey neat, right?
Fine.
Cigarettes are on the table behind you. No, not that box. They're tipped. You prefer the other sort, don't you? Your drink?
Thank you.
Nice flat, don't you think?
Very.
I've a balcony, too, through here. And rather a splendid view,
Yes.
No, don't go too near the rail. It's quite a drop.
Why did you ask me here, Mr. Shelley?
Now, before we go any further, the name's not Shelley. That's merely a pseudonym. My real name's Farrow. Paul Farrow.
You still haven't answered my question, Mr. Farrow. Why did you ask me here?
Well, I don't know, really. I suppose I should have left well alone, but curiosity, I expect. I knew so much about you, I felt I'd like to meet you in the flesh.
But how do you know so much about me?
That would be telling. I say, do you mind if we go back in? It's a bit nippy out here. I owe a lot to you, Mr. Stanway. This flat, among other things. Those royalties certainly mount up, don't they? Oh, I say, do help yourself to another drink. Your glass is on the piano.
As I picked up my glass, I noticed a manuscript. The tune was identical to the one I'd been working on that morning. I was so shaken I dropped my glass. Farrow turned and smiled as though he knew the reason. I grabbed my coat and got out of the building as quickly as I could. Was it possible that Farrow could read my thoughts, steal them? For days I couldn't work. I sat for hours just tinkering with the keys. Then late this afternoon, the phone rang. Hello?
Well, we've been slacking, haven't we?
Who's that?
Who do you think? Over 3 days and you haven't put a note on paper. Really, Stanway, this won't do at all. What's the trouble? No inspiration?
What do you want? Why have you rung me up?
Well, it's time you started work, or you'll be putting us out of business.
Us?
To coin a phrase. Now just pull yourself together. Get out of that dressing gown and have a shave.
How do you know I'm in my dressing gown?
Well, aren't you?
That sudden fear crept over me again. I was in a total panic. I had to get away. But then I realized there was no point in running. Somehow Pharaoh had invaded my mind, observing and stealing my thoughts. My musical thoughts. If it went on, there'd be no future, nothing. I had to be rid of him. But how? If Pharaoh could read my mind, he'd guess what I was thinking. So if I thought of murder, he'd know, wouldn't he? Somehow I had to create a barrier. Then it came to me. I'd fill my mind with music to act as a kind of screen, some complicated symphony to confuse any kind of transference. I concentrated hard and music poured into my mind. Yes, that was fine. Complex, elaborate, confusing, the perfect barrier. Now I could think and think freely. My plan was very simple. No one knew that I'd met Pharaoh. I'd call on him, be perfectly friendly, and somehow maneuver him onto the balcony. Then a quick push over the low rail. Yes, so simple. Well, about half an hour ago, I arrived at Pharaoh's flat. But as he opened the door, he appeared surprised to see me. The barrier was working. Pharaoh, I'd like to talk to you.
Come in, but you'll have to make it snappy. I'm going out. You won't mind if I just slip on a jacket and tie. Shan't keep you long.
As Pharaoh went into the bedroom, I opened the door to the balcony. As I did so, the phone rang. Almost involuntarily, I grabbed at the receiver.
Paul? Paul? Are you there? Paul, can you hear me? Paul!
Quietly, I put back the phone, but cunningly left it off the hook. I didn't want any further interruptions. Pharaoh returned a moment later.
I say, was that the phone?
No, I didn't hear anything. It's a glorious evening, isn't it? You're lucky to have this balcony.
Yes, nice clear night, isn't it? Right, Stanway, what do you want?
Just wondered how you do it, Pharaoh. Steal my music. Telepathy, is it?
I wouldn't know. I suppose you just happen to be on the same wavelength. A freak of nature.
It can't go on, Pharaoh. I'm telling you, it's got to stop.
I'm sorry, but there's nothing I can do about it.
No, but there's something I can. You see, as I said, it was so simple. But as I turned to leave, there was a ring on the doorbell. Quickly, I climbed the small metal ladder to the roof. There was a fire escape leading to a side street. I got back here about 15 minutes ago. As I said, I didn't want to kill him, but what could I do? He was stealing my thoughts, my music. Who's that? Not the police, surely. Now, pull yourself together. There's nothing to link you with Pharaoh.
It's all right, Mr. Stanway. It's not the police.
What? Who are you?
Doesn't my voice sound familiar? You've heard it several times. I'm Shelley Pharaoh, Paul's sister.
Sister?
Well, didn't he tell you? We worked together under the name of Paul Shelley. He wrote the lyrics, I wrote the music.
You?
Yes. I'm the one with the telepathic gift, not Paul. I tried to warn him, but you took the phone off the hook, didn't you? You killed him.
And how could you prove that? By telepathy? Hardly evidence. And there's nothing to link me with your brother, is there?
That's true. But if you're thinking of murdering me, I shouldn't. I posted a letter to my bank in case anything unforeseen should happen. Besides, I'm not sure that I'd want them to hang you. You're such a talented person, so creative. And although I may never see you again, you'll repay me in time.
How do you mean?
With your thoughts, Mr. Stanway. Your musical thoughts.
The Invader by Philip Levine with James Thomason. Produced by Michael Bakewell for the BBC.
Jonathan! 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 Here.
In the wicker chair?
Yes.
I should have known. Always in the wicker chair.
I like this chair.
It makes you look old sitting there. It makes you look like an old man sprawled out there.
I am old. I feel 100 years old.
You're only 30.
I still feel old.
Then you shouldn't sit in that chair. Oh, it's a lovely day. The sun's shining.
I don't like too much sunshine. It shows up the dust.
You think so? I don't. I like the dust. It softens everything like tissue. You haven't asked me where I've been.
I know where you've been.
Do you?
You ask me this every time. I know where you've been.
Where have I been, then?
Where you always go.
And where's that?
Up to the very top of the house to look from the highest window.
Then?
Then down the passageway to look at the front door. You ask me every time, and every time I tell you.
It's still all right.
What's still all right?
The front door. I must make sure no one nails it up.
Why would anyone want to nail it up?
People do. They're like that. People don't understand. If they see a house full of dust, they think they have every right to nail up the front door.
They can't. It's our house.
What about that man who came here?
What man?
The one who came along with all those men in new suits. The one who smelt of sawdust. Now he would like to have nailed it up, I know.
He was just a carpenter or something.
I still didn't trust him.
I expect he was here to see if the house needed any repairs.
Well, I don't like people calling here.
They don't come very often.
I still don't like it.
Then let's leave here.
No.
We should, you know.
Not yet.
We should have left here a long time ago.
If James were to come back and we weren't here, imagine how terrible that would be.
Lydia.
I know it seems an age just waiting like this, but remember it's quite a distance. Quite a distance from here.
What is?
That place. That place where the accident happened. Quite a long way from here. Quite a journey for a little boy of 6.
Lydia.
And you know what he's like. You know how curious he is. How he likes to see everything. I expect he's busy looking at all sorts of things on his way back here, on his way home.
Look, Lydia.
I know what you're going to say.
Don't you realize?
There you are. I knew you were going to say that. Don't you realize? You always say that.
Don't you realize? He was taken away from us. The accident.
The accident. I never want to ride in a carriage again.
So there's no sense in waiting.
Never want to ride in one again.
No sense at all.
Horses' hooves down that dusty road.
I never seem to be able to convince you, do I?
Oh, peace and stillness. Just the horses' hooves and the dry creak of the carriage. Peace and stillness. Then that snatch of a second. That pinpoint of time. And the squeal of the horses, the spin of the wheels. The dusty road leaping up to meet you. To hit you.
I just never seem to be able to.
What?
Convince you.
Convince me?
Yes. I just abide by it all, by the waiting. I'm weak. That's what's wrong with me.
It's not weakness. It's gentleness.
What good am I to him? What good am I to a boy? I can only think about quietness and peace and placid things.
He loves talking to you. He loves listening to you.
Yes, at 6 years old you can. At 6 years old you can listen without merely having to be obliging. I can't talk to him about war, about cavalrymen. I don't know the first thing about sport or any rough game. I can't even grow a moustache properly. Perhaps it's better at 6. At 6 you can imagine your father is just what you want him to be.
Anyway, this won't get things done, will it?
You're not going up to look from that window again, are you?
No, I'm going to dust the merry-go-round.
Dust it again. You're always dusting it.
We must keep it dusted. You should know what that toy means to James. It's his favourite. You wouldn't think that he'd like it so much, would you? Not a boy. A girl, yes, a girl would love it, all filigree, silver and crystal. But a boy.
It's the music.
Yes.
It's the music that does it. And looking into it while it's turning. He told me once that you could see all sorts of things in there while it's turning. All sorts of things.
Remember how he'd come in the front door, along the passageway, in here, then look to make sure it was there. Remember?
Yes.
Then he'd go to the fireplace and reach for the key that hangs there. Can you hear it now? Can you hear it, Jonathan? The key ringing against the marble as he reaches for it. Hear him now, Jonathan. Hear him going to the merry-go-round, picking it up, shaking it so gently so that the tiny bird swings and the animal limbs fall into place.
Yes.
Then the winding. Slowly. Methodically. And then the music. The music, Jonathan, the sweetness of it. Remember, Jonathan?
Yes, but it's all so long ago.
He'll be back. He's coming. Then after the music is finished, I'll kiss him. It's been such a long time.
You shouldn't do that. Kiss a daughter, yes, but not a son.
Why?
Well, it's not manly, is it? It would embarrass him.
All right, then. I'll just kiss him softly on the cheek just once.
I'm not sure.
It will be such a soft kiss. Just a breath of a kiss. Like the brush of a cobweb.
Yes. Yes, that would be better. Lydia?
Yes?
If James does come home, we could go away then, could we?
Yes. I only want to be sure James is all right. Then.
We could leave here.
Leave here, yes. What is it?
So tired. The waiting. It makes me feel so old.
You're only 30, and I'm 25. We're still quite young. Quite a young couple.
And childless.
Sleep, Jonathan.
It's all so unfair.
Sleep.
I should have been strong. Strength can do anything.
Just sleep. It looks as if it's going to be another fine day tomorrow. Oh, child.
Do you think the car will be all right just outside? Oh, what a beautiful thing. Where did you find it?
Over there. I didn't exactly find it. I seem to know where it was.
You mean it used to be yours?
Yes. Funny. Just like a fragment of a memory. I suddenly knew it. Knew where the key was. Everything.
And yet you've never been back here since they died? Since the accident?
No.
50 years ago, and you remember. Your child's mind remembers.
Yes.
But it's such a lovely piece of workmanship. You think that someone would have come to the house and collected it for you?
No. No, after the accident with the carriage, some relation or other took me away from everything. For a child of 6, they probably thought it was the best thing to do. And now it's all coming down, eh? It's good, though, Mary. It's good to see it just this once before it all comes down.
Can you remember them?
Who?
Your parents.
Oh, yes. Yes, I can, actually. I can remember my mother being very beautiful. Very strange. Very beautiful.
And your father?
Oh, I can remember my father quite clearly. From a generation of moustached, militant men, he had a quality that made him stand out from the rest. If it wasn't for that quality, I doubt if I'd remembered him now. He was such a gentle man. What's that?
What is it?
Oh, something. I felt something.
Felt something?
I felt something touch my cheek. Under a different circumstance, I would have said it felt like a kiss. It's probably a cobweb. The place is so dusty.
At the front door. No one there.
Oh, it's probably something loose. It's such an old house.
That's another thing, James.
What is?
The dust.
What about the dust?
It's thick everywhere.
So?
But the merry-go-round, it's shining.
That's our show for tonight. I want to thank you all for listening. And remember, you can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/terror1970, or you can find me on Instagram at Radio Show Nerd, or on Blueskye at Terror Radio. I also have a YouTube channel where I feature vintage television series as well as radio show episodes. Please check it out. Like and subscribe. Share the videos. It would be highly appreciated. Again, this is your host, Keith, better known as the Radio Show Nerd, signing off.